Want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that's going to let you make one super easily. And then you can distribute it everywhere and even earn money doing this. All in one place. And it's free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters. Here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and even edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard.
Ever since we discovered Spotify for Podcasters, it's been really great. Really get the people involved and ask questions and get ideas for new podcasts. So it's really helped us. And I highly recommend you give it a try. So download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started.
If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you, sir?
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got. If you don't like what we tell you to believe in, we'll kill you.
All right, kids. Listen.
Don't
Podcast
listen to this.
if you're not of age.
What's of age?
Of age is like you can make your own decisions in life without parental guidance. 18
16?
18. We're not in Atlanta.
Georgia is 16.
We're not in Atlanta. That's what I said. We're not in Atlanta. This is 18 and up. Look,
Atlanta.
we're a bunch of dudes, and we're going to say some really bad words, and probably some things that might offend you. But
Don't listen to this.
can't wait till you listen.
Yeah, don't.
If
do
you're
it.
18 and up.
Don't do it.
If you're 18 and
Yeah.
up.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Conspiracy Podcast.
Part 2.
You're still here.
Yeah, especially after Flat Earth 1.
And I was gonna. That's how I felt.
This is the good one.
It's a lot. I mean, I don't know.
I know communes and
Here we are.
fucking-
You know. Yeah. So in part 1, we talked about the history of flat Earth concept and
the whole movement.
Yeah. And when did they start believing in flat Earth compared to this spherical planet that we are on?
It's so funny how
Maybe.
it went from it didn't begin with flat Earth.
No.
It's round, and then it was like,
Yeah.
but is it?
You know,
It's flat.
You know what's strange though is like what remember we were talking about the way the flat Earth is structured and there's an ice thing?
Yeah.
Why
the
is
ice-
there
Yeah. Why is there ice?
also haven't if there was ice around our entire flat perimeter, wouldn't we have reached the ice?
I know, and like, shit, there's a
Be like,
wall.
what is this ice thing here?
What's the science behind why that ice doesn't melt? You know?
Because I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
because
Like,
like
if
okay.
the sun is like right.
because space is right next to it. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know.
but isn't the flat Earth theory that the sun is
It's
right
100
up,
it's
yeah,
100
it's
feet
200
above.
miles above
Yeah,
us?
no, it's 1,000 miles up instead of 1,000,000.
I mean, literally,
Right?
I'm
Is
gonna,
that
I'm
the
gonna,
math?
no, it's
more than a million.
far more than a million. Okay, here, I'm gonna go.
And also, like,
distance
how do you explain? So
from
if it's so close, how
sun.
do you explain the seasons?
All right, so the Earth.
There's so many holes. I don't even know what to say. Like he's asking a question and I'm
All right, so the
I don't know what to
the
say.
sun is 93 million miles away.
Okay, 93 million.
93 million.
Yeah.
93.
Not 200 above us.
93 million.
All right. So if you didn't listen to episode 1, check that out because we go over, I guess, the history of it and then leading up to the lull, which was from like the 50s to like the early
Yeah,
2000s.
and then the resurgence.
Yes.
the
and
resurgence of it.
So we're really at the resurgence and we're coming up to
More
today.
present, more
Yes.
present. Like, and now we'll begin with more the present.
Which we said, what, it was 2010-ish? That's
is
when
when,
it started
is when
coming
it was
back?
when the resurgence happened.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I wanted to go over a couple other things that I think that are kind of funny.
like interesting. So this is based on like speakers of the 2018 UK's Flat Earth Convention.
Okay.
So this is the
Big convention.
Yeah. So believers in flat Earth vary widely in their views. While most agree upon a disc-shaped Earth, as we've been talking about, some are convinced the Earth is diamond-shaped. I don't know.
I didn't know that.
I don't know how that works. Is
First
it
time I hear about
is it
that
a flat diamond? I
Just
don't know.
the map is a diamond?
Most believers don't believe in outer space, and none. Apparently, none.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Apparently, none of flat Earth believers believe that we've ever traveled to space, and
So it's fake.
they believe
It was
that
all a
they
fake.
believe
Never
that,
been to the
they believe
moon.
that space is not real. They don't believe space is
the
real.
fuck is
Okay,
that
can we touch
possible?
on this for a second?
Oh yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
And
But,
also,
like, what-
how
But
is that
why
even
would
possible?
Why
Like,
would we trick everybody?
It doesn't. It just. I don't understand. I don't know.
so if there's no space, where's the moon? Where's the sun?
They believe it's all like
It's like paintings on the ceiling?
It's like the Truman Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it's like the
Oh
Truman
my
Show.
god.
But who's
That's
in the
my
Truman
point.
Show? There's like Ed Harris.
I know.
And he's got the beret.
I know that's my point. Who do they think?
Something,
Who
yeah.
they think is the executive producer of this show?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand.
Like aliens?
Well, clearly they don't.
Wow. So they don't
because
believe in
that-
space, but they believe in aliens controlling the dome?
No,
I
because
don't-
then that would mean that there is space because there's
Exactly.
aliens
We should
out
have
there.
somebody on
There's
the
aliens
episode.
out there then.
We need so much help.
I know it's like, well, the aliens are just in another room.
Yeah.
There's no space. It's just a big warehouse that they're all living in.
So fucking crazy. Sorry, no offense.
I know that's
Yeah, no offense.
That's why that was the first thing I had because I was like, wait, what? They don't believe in like space? I think I brought the good, if there's no space, then and then which Truman Show, like who's the executive producer?
Yeah.
That
What's
we're
like what's the like what's the
So anyway,
Yeah. Moving on.
so there was a big they did this documentary called Behind the Curve.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So those filmmakers attended another Flat Earth conference, and a substantial number of people believed the Earth was an infinite plane. So potentially with
Infinite?
an infinite plane, just like this.
Wow.
There's a plane
Just
going on
keeps
forever.
going and going.
So potentially with more continents beyond the purported circular ice wall of Antarctica, as Eric was saying, there's
Yeah.
there's an ice wall.
The Night Watch.
I know, it's ridiculous, it's so stupid.
Jon Snow's up there.
So there's also your watch is ended. So some flat Earth believers also they suspect that other flat Earth believers are also somehow part of the global conspiracy and aren't to be trusted.
What?
So they don't even trust their own
Oh,
members.
there's like infighting.
Oh, there's like,
infighting.
There's infighting. They literally believe
Yeah.
like, oh, you're part of it. You're sus. You're super sus.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Cool.
as Eric was saying earlier, members of the Flat Earth Society and other flat earthers claim that NASA and other government agencies conspire to fabricate evidence that the Earth is spherical. According to most widely spread version of current flat Earth theory, NASA is guarding the Antarctic ice wall that surrounds Earth. They also argue that NASA manipulates and fabricates its satellite images. So if there's
Based on what?
no, but here's a fun fact. It's like they believe there's no space, yet there's satellites floating around in the warehouse that
in the
You're
sky,
listening.
not
Trying to understand
not
it.
space. Just
I
the
know. It's
sky.
like they're saying that the satellite images are wrong, but they're agreeing that there's satellites, but there's no space. So I'm kind of confused here. So they base that off of observations that the color of the oceans change from image to image, and that the continents seem to be in different places. Because the satellites are traveling like 50,000 miles an hour around the planet. So weird how continents are in different places.
Around the flat planet.
Them continents are in different places. Like, yeah, it's on the other side of the planet.
So confusing.
It's like, of course, it's in a different
confused.
place.
Yeah.
This is satellites moving faster than the speed of sound through space.
So far, I have not heard one
There's not
no,
like,
like convincing.
or even maybe.
I can think about it.
Yeah, I mean, except for the whole telescope and the canal thing.
Okay, well,
That one got you.
agree to disagree. So there's actually three different factions of flat earthers.
Really?
So I'm gonna go through these different factions.
Did you find out how many people are flat earthers.
No, I couldn't. I
You know
couldn't.
what I
I
mean?
couldn't
Like,
find.
It's,
That'd
obviously,
be-
it's not a
I
membership.
couldn't find an accurate tally.
Yeah, it's not like a membership. You don't have like a card.
It's not the Freemasons.
Yeah, it's not
Maybe-
like a Republicans.
But what? Hundreds of thousands out of.
I mean,
that's
there-
insane. If that's the number,
I'm just saying,
I
like,
think so.
based on what we researched for
dude, I saw
Reddit,
that Instagram.
Facebook
That
groups,
Instagram page is
Instagram.
like 160,000 people, bro.
But if you follow a Facebook page, it doesn't mean you're.
Why would I follow? I mean,
It doesn't mean, but sure. That's what I'm saying. Let's just say a couple 100,000.
20%. Let's say 20% of those followers.
I would say
No.
dude. On Earth, there's-
80%
Are
don't
just,
believe
are
in
just
it. On
kind of
just-
curious. They're kind of entertained.
they're like lurking.
Yeah, they're
they're
kind of
just
like
like full
"What is-"
lurkers.
I want to laugh at these.
No, I would
that kind of
say
thing.
like
You don't follow unless-
dude. If there's 7 billion people, there's
7
got to be
billion.
a 7 billion humans on Earth.
He said 7 million. Okay, go
I
ahead.
said billion, motherfucker. Listen, your luxurious hair is getting in the way of your hearing.
in the way of your intelligence. Your hair is fucking getting in the
I
way
know.
of
It's like,
your
it,
smarts.
listen, it looks too good. You need to cut that out.
Well, shave it.
So, anyways, 7 billion. Eric's like, do it now. Shave it tonight.
Dude, I'll shave.
I'll
all of
shave
you
it
guys.
for you.
Yeah, all of you guys.
7 billion. There's got to, I would say, a couple 100,000 people. That's such a small fraction.
That's such
It's
a large number.
No, it's not.
No, I mean it's
Compared
just, no.
to 7
It's not.
billion?
You're right. It's not a large
It's like
number. compared-
0.01%.
No. But I'm just saying it's a large number of people who believe.
Oh,
Something.
yeah, 100%. Way more than I anticipated.
Yeah, like
Way
yeah,
more.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was thinking
Yeah.
of in the 50s.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, so
Okay.
the first faction, subscribes to a faith-based conflict in which atheists use science to suppress the Christian faith. Their argument is that atheists use pseudoscience, evolution, Big Bang, and the round earth to make people believe that God is an abstract idea, not real. Instead, their arguments use the scripture, word by word, to support an argument that enables God to really exist. This faction frames flat earth arguments as revelatory. So it's pretty much like fanatical belief, but I don't know how
But
they believe
against-
that, like,
against-
oh, the circular earth means God's not real.
Yeah, I don't know.
That doesn't make sense.
I mean,
I don't believe
as-
that. I don't believe that the Christian faith says anything with the earth being flat.
Yeah, if anything, that you would.
I
Think
mean,
that
my
they would be
grandmother,
the other way.
my grandmother literally reads about like every day for the last like 60 years, and
But-
she's never mentioned no flat Earth shit to me. Their argument is that atheists use pseudoscience, evolution, Big Bang, and the round Earth to make people believe that God is an abstract idea. See that round Earth fucking guy ain't real.
Yeah,
I don't know how that. I don't know how those correspond. I don't know like how do those two things go together at all.
I don't get it.
So that's the first psycho
Let's
faction.
get a face faction too.
There's like 7 people.
I know they're like trust us.
They're like in a bowling league.
So the second faction believes in an overarching conspiracy for knowledge suppression, which also why?
Knowledge suppression. So you're trying to push down science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're trying to push down fact.
Yeah.
So they're suppressing true knowledge, whereas they're using science to do that. So building upon the premise that knowledge is power, the flat Earth conspiracy argues that a shadowy group of elites, in quotes,
There you go.
control knowledge to remain in power. I don't know how that makes them in power. Only we know the Earth is flat.
It's very.
Power is mine.
It's very 1984.
It's no, but
you
like
know what I mean? Like Big Brother.
Yeah.
Like they're just controlling the narrative of we're in a bubble. Keep these little ants working.
Keep them thinking it's
Keep
round.
them working.
No, but my theory, like with that, I understand. I love that
Yeah.
George Orwell book, great book. But like, wouldn't it be more like beneficial for them to make people believe it's flat and like, oh, there's nothing out there.
Yeah.
You can never escape. You're fucking trapped here. Instead of being like, there's a whole universe out there. There's so much shit we don't know about. Like, how would that keep them in power? I don't understand. If it was flat, I'd be a dome and be like, you're a colony. There ain't no fucking escape. There ain't no space. You're looking at shit. I put that fucking moon up there. That's an ornament. It's like a giant Christmas tree that you live in. Like that would make me like be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'll go back to the factory. But anyways, so in their view,
Back to mine.
lying about the fundamental nature of the Earth primes the population to believe a host of other conspiracies. This faction frames flat Earth arguments as liberatory, so like liberating. So I think it's just, we've mentioned before, I think it's like this deep-seated disbelief in the powers that be.
Right.
So like this is an easy way to be, this is just one of their other control tactics. This is what they're using to,
So far fetched.
it's so ridiculous. Because
It's so far fetched.
but how,
Yeah.
it's just like, What power
I
did
know
they
I keep
gain
saying
from
it
that?
over and over, and but I just
It's just I can't.
you're saying words, and like we're hearing the words, right? But all I know what to say is like I don't.
well because
We
we're
can just shake the head.
like as a rational human
Keep saying
being,
so
I'm
far
like,
fetched, and
I'm
no
trying
offense.
to no, but I'm trying to
100%.
understand. Yeah, no offense.
100%. Hey, offense, not meant.
I'm trying to, when you take somebody's view and you try to go, okay, I can see the
see if I can
view.
see this.
Let's see if I can see the
Yeah.
view.
But
And
like,
I'm
right-
having trouble.
You know when someone says like, it's like the two things that people say were to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, like you were
yeah.
lying before. It's also
Yeah.
no disrespect, but I
That's
hate you.
another one.
Yeah. But I hate you.
No disrespect,
No
but you're
disrespect, but
terrible
yeah.
at life.
Yeah, you're fat.
But no disrespect.
Yeah. Yeah.
I prefaced it with no disrespect. That's what I mean.
Therefore, I can say whatever I want.
Therefore, I'm of immunity.
So far, I'm having trouble going, like, I get it. Does that make sense?
No, yeah.
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 I have
I'm
no.
having trouble with
Like
that.
not
I-
even okay. I could maybe
Yeah,
see
that's
how
what
I
I'm saying.
agree.
I
It's
don't-
like
I'm
I
trying
can't
to-
even see how you're making sense of this.
I'm having a hard time
offense.
reading this.
No offense.
like,
No offense. Not that there's anything wrong with
look,
Seinfeld.
if you're
Yeah.
flat over, you're cool. It's just
We should have gotten.
we would love to have
should
you on the
gotten
podcast.
A flat earther on.
Oh my god,
Yes.
We should have gotten one.
we have space for the mic here.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, write us if you're listening to this. I mean, you
I know.
probably
We're not-
are because you probably believe.
Here's the good thing is I'm not trying to be an asshole to you. I'm more just.
I'm confused.
By the
Yes.
way,
I'm
but-
confused.
by
I
the
want
way,
to. I want to understand.
Yeah.
What's happening.
and we're soon. I want to have somewhere where they can leave us like a message, a voicemail,
Yeah,
or
a
something
voice
where you,
note. Like, yeah, hit me
yeah.
with
So
something.
somewhere where you guys would be able to call and give us your
Hey,
thoughts.
shit! Even when we did the Freemasons thing, hey,
Yeah.
I was super happy to get the guy who wrote into us, and I was like, thank you. I was super appreciative to have the information because I was thinking it's like a good old boys club getting brewskis, and he was like, no, fucking, there's no drinking in there. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just like was putting in information where I didn't know.
Yeah.
So flat earthers, we want to hear from you. All right, let's hear the.
So
are
the
we on the third one?
The third faction. So the third faction believes that knowledge is personal and experiential. They are skeptical of knowledge that comes from authoritative sources. See,
I get
this is
this
the
one
first
now.
thing I can understand.
Yeah.
This
They're
is like, correct me if I'm wrong. This is feel Earth. Feel your
No, this
vibe.
is like
feel. What's
like
your
whatever
vibe? Tell you?
whatever's true is because you saw it.
And that's what
and
I'm saying. Like you,
observed it.
you experienced it for yourself, and you
Yeah.
made the conclusion as opposed to being told
Yeah.
what you're supposed to believe.
Yeah.
So I can understand that.
Yeah.
First thing,
Okay.
the only faction I can
I
understand.
can see that.
So they're skeptical of knowledge that comes from authoritative sources, especially the government sanctioned quote unquote experts, especially book knowledge. They don't trust books. So this fact sorry.
I'm gonna tweet that shit right there.
We don't trust books. Books are for plebs. So this faction would like to find out themselves whether the Earth truly is. I don't know how they would find out themselves.
They got to go to the.
They
No,
gotta
no.
space.
This is where you take a sailboat out to the ocean, and you're like, "Do I see the
Go
horizon?"
look for the walls. Go
No,
look for the
Yeah,
ice
no,
walls.
you're like, "Do
Yeah,
I
look for
see
the
that?"
ice walls. Yeah.
No, it's like a spiritual for yourself, Mother Nature. Do you see the horizon or not? And
Yeah, but-
what do you see? And what do you see for your own eyes?
Well, this
with
is,
your own eyes.
Yeah, this is like because they distrust book knowledge and mathematical proof. This is I don't know who wrote this.
So math, you can't trust math now.
Okay. This is a funny stand because whoever wrote this is because they're idiots and they don't believe the facts. like
You don't trust math, science, history, anything, economics,
literature.
mathematicals.
So this faction believes that the Earth is flat because their observations and lived experiences make it appear as if we live on a flat surface. Which that's understandable. Like if you're
Yeah.
only going off of what you've experienced, I can understand believing that's flat.
Yeah. I mean, there is the element that we're so small that you look out, go to Louisiana, you look out, all you see is flat.
That's true.
So visually,
What about
I'm
when
assuming.
you're flying? What about when you're
No,
flying?
I know. But I mean, I'm just saying.
No,
I'm assuming that this is that element.
No,
Like,
I think it's just hey, I've only ever seen flat, so why would I
Flat.
believe any different?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I've never seen
not everybody can afford a Southwest flight, Jorge.
like fucking
Yeah,
like self-seating,
yeah.
paying for check baggage, like dude, like
Cross country influencer here. Jeez, man.
Not everybody can afford the $199
Yes.
Southwest
Yes.
flight.
Yeah, bro.
Want to get away?
I know.
No, but so you've seen the curvature on a plane.
Yeah, I think so, right?
I think so.
When you're, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so
Yeah, I
too.
mean, obviously you can get way higher and
you
see it way clearer, but like, yes.
Well,
it's not
Yes.
flat when you're
No.
when you're over
No.
Colorado looking wherever the you know what I mean.
Well,
Like,
here's the thing.
it's
Like,
not flat.
how do they explain zero G? Like,
yeah,
you can take a
No, isn't-
you can take a plane in the stratosphere and you can experience 0 G.
Yeah.
What do they think? It's like, well, fucking whatever.
so doesn't this negate gravity?
What do you mean?
Well, like, if you believed in flat Earth, would that negate the concept of gravity?
I mean, not necessarily, because gravity is based off mass. Gravity,
So even in a flat Earth scenario, say we lived in a dome.
as long as there was enough mass, gravity is mass. There's so much mass that the mass is actually pulling you towards it.
I get it. Okay.
So it's the only thing the one thing that they probably can't explain is, okay, what about the atmosphere?
Right.
Obviously,
There you
like
go.
so.
You could see it.
Well,
I can see. I've seen the
like,
atmosphere.
The reason that there's a magnetic field protecting us from the nuclear sun, which is it's a nuclear warhead that's the size that's
Yeah.
3,000 times bigger than us.
And it's constantly shooting at us.
Shitting fucking death rays at us to
Yeah.
murder us.
Yeah,
but
but
there's
they
a
would,
magnetic field.
they would say that's just what the books are telling you.
Yeah, that's fake.
There's a
Yep.
actual
fake.
there's a literal magnetic field around the planet.
According to the books.
But where's the science? Yeah, where's the science, bro?
Jorge is the new leader of the planet. They're the greatest argument according to the books.
Yeah.
Name one book that tells me otherwise.
Yeah.
That's
By the
right.
way-
All the books are fake.
I mean, look at Columbus's book.
Oh my god, dude, you know what? That's probably the best plan ever.
Yeah.
True.
Interesting.
It's very interesting. There's a couple like various skeptics, like organizations. It's just it's hard to.
It gets crazy.
It's
Doesn't
just
it?
so hard
Yeah,
to
I know.
do this. I'm sorry.
With a straight face.
So these
Because you're not telling a story. But
no,
you're,
it's
you're
just
just
like,
reading
they're
words.
just weird shit. It's just weird shit. So, like these fringe kind of groups, they perform tests to try to demonstrate the local curvature of the Earth.
Yeah.
And so, there was one group there's a YouTube show called Globebusters. it's the lamest name I've ever heard. So they use a ring laser gyroscope to show that the Earth is actually not rotating.
Okay.
So
yeah.
instead, they detected that there's a 15 degree per hour rotation of the Earth.
Oh, so they proved it.
They proved that the Earth is rotating.
They proved it that it was moving.
And so they dismissed this measurement as a corrupted device.
Come on.
That makes
And they
sense.
were somehow picking up the rotation of the firmament.
The firmament is an interesting concept too, which is it's the external. It's like
It's the dome.
It's the dome.
It's the dome.
Yeah, no, it's the dome.
It's the rotation of the dome.
That's what they call it. Is the firmament.
So there's another group that used lasers in an attempt to show a several mile stretch of water is perfectly flat by measuring the distance between the water level and the laser beam along 3 vertical posts.
Okay.
They were unable to align the beam as they expected to because the surface of the still water was in fact bent by several feet over the distance measured. The experiment was dismissed as inconclusive. So literally they're like, it's fucking flat. Watch, I'm gonna take this laser beam to this pole, and they couldn't do it because the Earth bends. So they're like, inconclusive.
That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Sean can't even get through the reading.
It's so stupid. It's like and they literally they're just constantly proving themselves wrong, and they're like, it was a mistake. Inconclusive. The book's wrong.
Laser's wrong.
Yeah, fucking
ran out of batteries.
Laser's broken. I knew it took AAA's. The Behind the Curve filmmakers, they spoke with a lot of people who said that kind of as a result of them being flat Earth believers, they lost a lot of romantic partners. They no longer spoke to many of their friends and family.
Totally,
They were literally
they're, like,
ousted.
disowned.
Oh, of
yeah,
course.
they were
disowned.
They were literally like ostracized by the people because people thought they were insane. So one of the guys was like, "I'm tired of being told I'm an idiot."
Maybe it's true.
So what happens? Wait.
So
So you're with a girl. It's a serious relationship.
Okay, baby.
And then she goes, you're 9 months in. You're living together. And then she goes, hey, I'm a flat earther. Is that a red flag?
I mean, 100% for me.
100%.
100%. 100%. Because I'm just gonna question her, like
Red flag.
I'm gonna question her,
radar, fucking going off.
like her. I'm like,
First you laugh because you're like,
I'm like, but for real.
yeah.
All right.
I'd be like, okay, explain it. Goes through any of these scenarios that we've been going over today.
So you're gonna let her argue. You're gonna let her.
Actually, I might argue with her for fun.
Yeah.
I might argue with her just for like the funsies. So there's actually a Facebook group called Flat Earth Match.
Oh,
and it's a dating site.
you can find people.
Yeah, there's a dating site used to find like romantic partners who share the same beliefs.
You send her off over there.
It's a very listen, sweetheart. You should get off Bumble and go to Flat Earth Match. Okay?
Find some like-minded.
So the experts pointed out that after social ties to people outside the Flat Earth community are lost, one consequence of abandoning the Flat Earth belief would be loss of all remaining relationships.
Jeez, that's worthless. That's crazy. Well, okay, so I'm going to tell you guys a story about Mike Hughes. And this is just a story.
Mad Mike Hughes.
So
it's real life. It happened.
Yeah, his nickname was Mad Mike Hughes. And in 2020, Hughes died in California following the crash of a rocket that he was piloting. He built it
out of scrap metal.
Yeah, and he was doing a TV show, I think, with the Science Channel. What's the Science Channel? Like Discovery or something like that.
No, not Nat Geo.
And it
was Discovery.
And it was homemade astronauts.
I built a rocket, no problem.
Yeah, that was the concept of the show.
He's like using like gasoline. He's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. It was people who were going to build their own rockets to
prove that
astronauts.
Yeah, to prove that like space
Wow.
But here's an interesting part, right? So they did fundraising to get funding for the show. They got somebody to do it, but the way they got fundraising was saying they were flat earthers. Now, here's the part that I found out that was interesting. Mm-hmm. So he died.
Yeah.
He did one of his rockets and he went up.
He did multiple and and the second one crashed and he died.
And
Big surprise.
Didn't work.
Fancy that.
Didn't work out. Yeah. So, but following his death, Darren Schuster, which was his public relations rep, stated, "We used the flat earth as a PR stunt."
Oh, so they were trying to get, it was a clickbait.
Flat Earth.
It was just pure clickbait.
So Flat Earth allowed us to get so much publicity that we kept it going.
It's instantly, it's such a polarizing thing. People are instantly like,
I know,
I gotta
right?
watch this shit.
Yeah.
I know that Mike didn't believe in Flat Earth and it was just a shtick.
Oh shit, so he died for nothing. He died just for ratings.
Just for fame and
He wanted to be Instagram
Isn't that
famous.
crazy?
I know, he was trying to be like, he was trying to have an OnlyFans.
Do it for the gram.
Do it for the gram.
I
baby.
read it. I read the story and I was like, this is crazy. And then I read that and I was like, oh, I hate humanity.
No, it's so sad. Like, what people.
It's fucking crazy what people do for the views.
Oh, for the money
views.
and the views and the.
It's just like.
Have you ever seen those guys that like hang off the buildings
Oh,
or whatever?
God.
Those are the worst guys.
Those are
Fucking
terrifying.
anxiety.
And they'll slip and like, oh shit, it's greasy, and I gotta turn it off.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
This is too much for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Too much.
I'm
They're
freaking
like,
out. I'm on my couch and I feel like I'm
can't
falling.
Take this shit.
Honestly. Are you recording? Here we go. And then they drop off a cliff. Anyways, that's just a story. Then I wanted to go through some of the people that we earmarked as either believing it or maybe they believe it.
Oh, like potentially. Like potentials.
So here's the first one, Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh no.
You know Millie?
I know.
Yeah, Stranger Things. Yeah.
She got pretty cute. Just saying. Just saying.
She's of age.
Oh yeah. She's like 20.
Totally fine.
22 now.
Totally fine.
Yeah. Anyways, digress.
Sorry, my mind is scrambled.
Flat Earth.
What if that's the girl that you were dating at 9 months? She told you that.
I'd be like, flat. It's fucking
Everything's
flat.
fine.
Flat as
Yeah,
fuck.
it's fine.
Yeah,
I'm like,
fine, it's
I
fine.
knew something was off.
Yeah.
I had a feeling. I just didn't know what to call it. It's flat Earth. That's what it is.
It's that level of hotness to crazy. Level.
Yeah.
It's like,
right.
exactly.
That-
and she's like
where-
rich.
Yeah.
Or like that Axis meets crazy with Yeah.
If Scarlett Johansson told me that Bigfoot was like her friend, I'd be like,
100%.
Absolutely.
Like, when can we meet?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
You want to do dinner?
100%.
You want to do dinner?
You want to do dance? Yeah. Double
Totally
date?
fine. So Millie Bobby Brown, she did an Instagram live video, and she was asked by a fan if she believed the earth was flat. Her response was this: there are so many reasons that lead to the fact that it is flat. I mean, think about it. That's it.
I mean, I really, this is
That's
actually,
all we know about Millie Bobby Brown.
This-
She could have been joking, though.
I mean,
For the views.
Yeah,
like,
for the
for the gram.
Yeah.
It's just promoting Stranger Things at the time. She's in that. She's in like. She has like Enola Holmes too.
Yeah.
Like she's.
Let me be a little polarizing so I can get some views.
And she's like, think about it logically.
Yeah.
That can be-
Okay.
So I don't know. I
That
mean,
can
that's
be
not
both
enough.
ways.
That's not enough info to really say she's like.
Yeah, she might have
She's
just.
like in.
right.
She
She
might
might
have been just fucking around.
I think her publicist was like, just say it.
Yeah.
Just fucking say it.
So next up on the famous
It'll
list
work.
is Geno Smith. You know Geno?
Yeah.
Geno Smith, for those who don't know,
Quarterback of the Seahawks.
quarterback Seahawks. He tweeted.
His career was in the tube, and they traded Russell Wilson, and then like he had a great season. I'm pretty sure he's
Yeah.
still drunk. I'm just saying.
So in 2018, Geno tweeted, "How many of the people who undoubtedly know Earth is a globe also believe in the Big Bang Theory and evolution?"
I mean, that's not really saying much.
It's not really saying it.
That's not really saying anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cancel Geno.
I mean, he's just saying like
Geno's out.
this. How many people believe? Like,
Yeah,
I
he's just questioning it all.
Yeah.
For
he's just
example,
trying to get
it's-
engagement
No,
on his Instagram.
No, but like,
Twitter,
he's saying
yeah.
things like the Big Bang, and the Big Bang is not something that's like really provable. Whereas like the Earth being a sphere
it's close.
is how
Well, math, physics.
really physics. They're gonna be oh yeah, so we did a test and 7 billion years ago. This is
Like
what
carbon
happened.
dating.
Yeah.
No, nothing has been carbon dated to be that old, bro. The Earth isn't that old.
Well,
The Big Bang is older than the Earth. How can they
tit for
carbon
tat.
date?
I mean, you know.
And
carbon
first of
date.
all, you know that like 98% of the universe is hydrogen and like helium. So you can't carbon date something that's not carbon.
you know, we're so advanced. We're hella cool.
I know.
Next
New
up
equipment.
is your bud, Kyrie Irving.
Oh my god.
Kyrie Irving
This is why
played
the-
for the Cavs, played for the Nets, played for
This is
where
where
is he now?
This is where
Phoenix?
this is where the Nets dropped him.
No, he got traded to Dallas.
Dallas. Yeah, he's in Dallas. Yeah.
He's been everywhere.
yeah.
The Renaissance
So-
man.
So he said, does it matter to you that I believe the world is flat?
Yes, it matters.
doesn't-
100%.
It doesn't really matter.
Yes, it does.
And he proceeded to talk about how happy he was that his conversation got people talking about flat Earth.
See, this is why you can't trust Duke's education.
Is that where he went? Dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also a very controversial guy. He likes
I think
likes
he
to be
likes that.
controversial.
He wants
likes
to be on the
to be like the talk of the town or whatever, like the
Yeah.
So he'll say whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
That,
Kyrie
that being said, he said it several times. I think he really is a flat Earth.
Yeah, I think so
flat
too.
earther.
I personally think Kyrie's just got the wrong people in his court. Like,
Yeah.
he's just got the wrong crew.
He needs a new PR.
and they're just like, "No, hell, of course it's flat, dog. Like you look straight. It's fucking flat as fuck."
Yeah. So backing him up is Draymond Green.
I knew I hated him.
Draymond
I
Green
knew
is
I
on
hated
the
him for a
Warriors.
reason.
He's been on the Warriors a long time, but
He's
right after
got 3 rings. Yeah.
But right after Irving made those headlines, he said, quote, "Who's to say that picture from NASA is telling the truth? I can make a round picture with my iPhone today on the panoramic camera and make it look so round. So I don't know, but it could be," says Draymond Green.
Says Draymond.
that sounds like he's just trying to get also some views.
This is all clickbait.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking clickbait.
Another guy is Stephon Diggs.
Oh my god.
Stephon was a Viking wide receiver.
I was at the Bills. He's a legend.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He's good.
His brother Trayvon is also super stacked with
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
So he tweeted, Diggs tweeted,
yeah.
he said, "How mad would you guys be if I said I agree with Kyrie? Well, I don't care." And
Never
he went,
drafting him again.
And he went on to ask for someone and then he went on to ask for somebody to prove that it's not.
Yeah,
Like prove to me that it's not You know what I mean? That's not flat.
I love these people that are like, prove to me. It's what else do we need to do to prove? Like,
Seriously, it's
we've
been
done
proven.
everything. Like, what do you want?
You prove to me that it's flat. How are you going to prove that?
Have you watched DirecTV? It's a satellite that's orbiting Earth. Like, it's a literal satellite. What the fuck? How do you think your phone works, bro?
So another one is Tila Tequila. You know,
Who the Tila Tequila?
Oh, yeah.
like a
Wasn't
social
she like
media
a
person.
She was like on one of those reality TV shows.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Yeah,
know.
she was a reality star.
She's
Anyway,
clearly
she was-
nobody.
She said, how come in all the fake NASA CGI pics of the Earth, you never see the background stars and the planets?
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, because it's fake.
All right, so the Hubble telescope is
tequila.
also fake.
I mean, I don't really like that I just quoted these people.
Tequila needs to go listen to our moon episode.
No,
Yeah,
here's my.
I
here's
don't
my
like
thing.
that those are our quotes.
So-
Tequila, Stefan, Draymond. Like, you know.
No, so when my father-in-law does a long exposure nebulas in space, that's just fake. It's like as NASA Bluetoothing their videos to his telescope.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
he's actually like
Yeah.
taking them, and I've seen the pictures.
Yeah.
And they're of different things. He's pointing them at different things. I have a hard time believing they're oh shit, someone's looking at the stars. Fucking send a pic over. like quickly. NSA, like send it over. Come on.
You would have rather had some more creditable type
Yeah.
people quote.
If like Stephen Hawking was
one
like,
person.
"Hey."
I would have liked one. I mean, okay, remember when we did the Shakespeare episode?
Yeah.
I mean, you had like Mark Twain. You
Yeah.
had some guys that
Someone
were
who had
like,
some weight, not Tila Tequila.
yeah, and a bunch of sports people.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know what I
come
mean?
on.
Anyways, yeah.
They weren't taking those tests in college. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
So here we are. I mean, that's that flat Earth, and
I mean, my views have not changed. Not
even one.
I'm actually more vehement that it's round.
yeah, because the arguments weren't that great.
especially because every time they got proved wrong by their own experiments,
Yeah,
it was technical difficulties.
Yeah. So, but the conspiracies on it are that NASA's fake.
Well, that the government
Or no,
the
that's-
government is propagating the lies.
There's a planet government.
planet government. Yeah, planet government.
Okay, and there's some sort of Big Brother-y thing.
Yeah, like Big Brother-y
they're, like,
thing.
keeping
Like-
it from you. And
but for what purpose? I guess we never really
Well, it's-
understood that.
supposedly it's control,
World-
to
but
control
not-
you.
But I
World
don't.
domination kind of.
But like, see, in my entire life, there's never been something that someone had more power over me because the Earth was round. I don't know how
It
like
didn't affect you.
like,
It didn't
I don't-
affect
like,
you.
I just kept living my
Yeah.
life. Like it was never brought up.
It's
It was
true, yeah.
never. I've never had a conversation with another human being in my entire life about the Earth being round or flat.
Really?
This is the first
Time that it was brought up.
no,
But we have-
I've like looked at
yeah.
it because it was interesting, but I've never had someone be
Yeah.
oh well, you're not getting paid as much because the Earth is flat. Like what? Like
So
Black
been-
Lives Matter.
It's
Earth
been
flat.
picking up steam in the last
I
whatever,
know.
10 years, let's
10
say, or
years,
something like
yeah.
that. And before that, what we went over it. Before that, it
Yeah.
was like not a thing. It was kind of just died out.
Yeah.
From 1950 something to
Yeah.
whatever 2010
2000s. Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons you never had any conversations
Well,
because
that's a
it
good
wasn't
point.
a thing. But now
But now it's a thing.
it's a thing because social media, all these celebrities,
'Cause
like
you
all
can
these
make a
all these
YouTube
famous
video.
people,
Yeah, it's
and all
true.
these famous
You can
people
make
that
an
you've been talking
argument.
about.
You can make an argument, and there's no debate.
Yeah,
Meaning you
exactly.
can make a video.
Oh, and
it's rad.
and you don't
It's
have to
it's got-
answer them either.
Yeah, it's got animation, and you could turn the comments off, and you know what I mean. You can. There's no debate. There's no argument. There's no science saying. There's no Neil deGrasse Tyson going, no, this is wrong for this reason.
No, it's also
it's just views.
There's people that will say, I've seen arguments that okay, well, you see these stars that that perfectly align with the pyramids, for example, and like things like that. But like, well, if we were actually moving through space, why are they still aligned? Well, technically,
Yeah.
everything is still moving through space.
Right.
So they're moving through space. In essence,
With
at the same
Right.
speed, everything is expanding at the same exact speed as at the same exact rate. There's not differences in speed. It's just everything is expanding at that same rate, and it's just that particular argument where there's no actual beneficial reason
For it to be flat.
and then to be hide it? There's no benefit. For example, in every tyrannical regime where they're using propaganda to like push a narrative, it's something that benefits them. Don't read so you don't know that there's anything better, or these people are evil people, so hate them. There's nothing they gain from like thinking the earth is round and that there's space. There's no gain. What do you win?
I'm trying to even think.
I can't. I cannot think of
nothing.
anything.
I think this might be the first episode,
Full agreement.
the first conspiracy that we're all on the same page.
I mean,
Well, we've been semi on the same page for a couple things.
Semi.
Like Natalie Wood, we were.
Natalie Wood, we were really close.
We were real
And there was
close.
another one,
but
too.
we were more like
I think Shakespeare.
Shakespeare
we
we
all
were
agreed
pretty
on. I
close.
think
Yeah.
Shakespeare we all agreed on.
Stand
Yeah.
corrected.
Yeah.
God forbid we do a pyramid episode.
Oh Jesus
Coming.
Christ!
It's coming.
I mean, me and Eric might fight in the parking lot
Oh my God,
after
so
that
ridiculous.
episode.
I
we
hate
need
you.
to just do one on aliens.
The employees, Eric.
Well, here's what I wanted to ask though towards the end of this is it's not like there's like 4 people.
No, there's a lot, hundreds of thousands.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Supposedly,
it's not like there's just
Yeah, but
crazies. Yeah,
it's
a funny
like
theory.
the bums, and they're like, oh, it's flat.
Yeah, it's
but it's still
tens of
very-
thousands of people.
very relatively small compared to the population of Earth.
True,
I mean, there's there's cults that believe in certain things or whatever, and there's a small population that believe in that. There's always going to be a little small group.
Yeah,
that
but
believe
here's the
in
thing.
something that the majority doesn't.
of course, and I don't think that's a wrong thing. I think it's
sure.
totally fine. It's totally fine, and that's something that we do personally is to question the narrative.
Yeah.
That's why we're here, because it's
Question everything.
Yeah, they question everything, and I think that's a sane thing to do.
Yeah,
It's-
at least do
it's-
it sanely.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid to just blanketly accept everything you're told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because obviously, like as a human and as a human being, it's your right to get the answers and make something make sense to you.
Right.
It's just this just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't.
Well,
understand.
I read a survey was done like a couple of years ago. 86% of Americans, I think it was a 10,000 person poll.
Yeah.
It's not all of them.
No,
you know what I mean?
no.
But the numbers came out that 86% believe that the Earth was round.
Wow, that's
14%. Now, I'm not saying 14% said
No, because
that
they
it's
think-
flat, but
no.
they said, I'm suspect.
yeah. They're not sure.
I'm questioning
They're
it.
not sure.
That's right.
No. What if it's egg shaped?
That's a, yeah.
Like
That's a huge number.
I know. What is it an oval? It's an oval.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering I'm trying to understand why would somebody believe it? Like what? Because they're intelligent people. These are not a bunch of idiots. There's a whole walk of life who are believing it.
I understand, and
I'm just trying to understand why.
And see what
that they
That's-
can believe
I
it.
don't know. That's just part of the conspiracy. People like
They like the story.
they like
or
the
they
story. They're contrarian.
And
Yeah.
some
You
people
know.
just want to disagree.
Exactly.
They don't want to be part of what they call the sheep. They
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah,
be
yeah.
in the
Yeah.
current with everyone else. They want to be different. They
Yeah.
want to be known as
That might
different.
be the one.
I
That
th-
might be the one
I
right
think,
there.
I
yeah.
think if there's more info, like it's totally
You know what I
it's
mean?
totally possible that there's other beliefs and things that we're not covering.
Yeah.
If you are a flat earther, please write us, email us. Like I
Yeah.
want to know. I don't want to be this like shitting on you with know
Right.
without you getting your chance to rebuttal or give me
Yeah.
some information that I don't have, and maybe I feel a different way. I'll go on. I'll record and recant. I'll recant if you make me believe.
Yeah, the idea though is that based on what we've seen, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
There's just no plot. There's no.
Yeah, it
There's
doesn't.
no plausible.
There's
reason.
no legitimate argument.
Especially since all of their experiments to prove it have failed.
Yeah,
Their
there's
own
not. There
experiments,
doesn't seem
yeah.
to be an
And
experiment.
then
yeah.
they
Even the one
won't
in-
acknowledge that it's real. They won't
Yeah.
acknowledge that it failed.
at least
Like,
admit.
I know. I'd be like, oh,
except for
oopsies.
that telescope.
Damn, in the 15 hundos.
Episode 1.
Episode
Yes,
1.
in the 6 Mile
Yeah,
channel.
that was
Yeah.
the first one. That was like the
canal.
only legitimate experiment that's ever conducted.
Well, I do think that half of the people who do believe into it, I found that the sense of community was really nice. I watched a lot of
And
these
that's
interviews.
I just want to be part of like a movement of a community.
And I can understand that.
Yeah, sure.
Like, I can understand that.
But then
Finding
when
a
it comes time to
community.
back it up, what's your reason? What's your proof? What's your...
I didn't like a lot of the interviews that get done at conferences. They don't talk about why the Earth is flat. They just talk about how happy they are.
Right.
I love it. I met my wife.
Yeah, like which is great
Because they don't want to
which
get
is
caught
awesome.
in... They don't want to get caught.
Get caught.
Yeah. They don't want to face the actual.
Well, the thing and one of the things that I read was that apparently there's some extreme flat earthers that don't trust the other flat earthers and think they're part of the conspiracy. They're in
moles.
on it. Yeah, they're moles.
They're little
secret
moles.
agent.
Yeah.
NSA. They got a planet everywhere. It's like they can't even trust their own kind.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's what we got tonight.
I mean, I'd love, like I said, please, we do want to
hear from you.
Because-
We're not making fun of anybody.
No, and we
you
also
know,
we
we're
also
just
don't believe
wondering.
that we're the end all be all. I mean, we have 3 high school diplomas here, bro. So
Yeah, this is not
Help us out.
like we just want to talk
me
about
help
it,
you.
and we want to hear what you got to say
That's right.
about it.
That's right. So we'll catch you next time on the Conspiracy Podcast. We've got OJ.
got shit coming up.
We've got RFK. We've got
God, we got hitters.
Superman.
We got
we've
hitters
got, We've got a lot of stuff coming down. So
And we're gonna leave you. Hold on, just because like we got some new technological devices in here, and I'll hit you with one of these right here. That's right. That's right.
We got sound effects now.
I know we are upgraded.
it sounds like a '90s like radio show.
Yeah, it's like...
We're gonna change the sound effects. It's just I just wanted to do.
Don't
it,
you
okay?
worry.
Like it's gonna be cooler, I swear.
All right, you guys have a good night. We'll catch you later.
Nighty night.
Later.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to reach out to us, please email us at info@theconspiracypodcast.com. You can check us out on Instagram at @conspiracypodcast. Also, don't forget to subscribe. You can catch a new podcast almost every week. Just hit the little subscribe button at the top. It's a plus sign. We love show ideas, corrections, hate mail. Thanks a bunch.